Daily squatting versus squat every day. I actually see these as two different things, although I think some people talk about them as if they're the same thing, and they're not. Squat Every Day is a program. Matt Perryman, wrote a whole book on it. And I really don't know where it came from initially. I assume the Bulgarians. But the idea behind it is that you're going to work up to a max daily, right? It's a daily max. And that doesn't mean that you necessarily hit your 1 rep max, right? But it's your max for the day, okay? Daily squatting, in my opinion, just means you do some kind of a squat every day. And I realize that sounds very similar. You're squatting every day versus squatting every day. But the one is a daily max, and the other one is just high-frequency squatting. And I've talked about this a lot, and if you guys follow me on IG, I'm actually going to stop posting these because I'm sure everyone's tired of watching me post squats every single day. But I do some type of squatting movement every single day. Now, the goals are very different. The reason why I squat every single day and do squatting movements every single day is because I'm old. My knees are sore. I have arthritis. When I squat, my arthritis goes away. So that's the important thing to this. I would like people to understand is movement is really good for you if you have arthritis. And, if you have joint issues in general, more movement is better. And so as I shared this with people, I explained to them, I'm doing thousands of squats every single week. A lot of it is air squats. Like, a lot of it is just body weight squatting. I just do sets of 50 body weight squats. I get things moving, and then I might grab a barbell and do some back squats or do some front squats. And a lot of times I'm working at 50% of my 1 rep max. I only squat heavy once every 10 days. And sometimes it's once every 12 days. I don't squat heavy daily. I just do squatting movements daily. So that might be a front squat at 50% for, 2 or 3 sets of 3. Like, this isn't anything monumental. I don't even think it digs into my recovery because I just kind of do it in my warm-up. I do a bunch of air squats and grab a barbell and do some overhead squats, maybe, some front squats, maybe some back squats. I just get my legs moving. And the important part to this is the thing that you need to understand. I work out, and when I do this, I feel better after my workout than I do before it. So beforehand, my arthritis is, grumpy, and it's cold here in Duluth. That does not help. When it's like minus 30 out, your joints hurt if you're old. So I get moving. And when I get moving, magically, my joints feel better. But think about the context here. I'm just moving the joints a lot. I'm getting a lot of repetitions in. This is getting blood flowing. This is moving synovial fluid. This is, I'm sure there's something going on with lymphatic drainage and all this stuff like that too. But the point is, the joint warms up and then I feel good. Then I can actually do a workout. And, my workouts are nothing stellar either. I'll power clean 3 sets of 2. That's my workout. I don't want to call it easy strength because I'm not following Dan John's, easy strength, but it's kind of similar. I do like 3 sets of a power clean, maybe 3 sets of a power snatch, maybe 3 sets of overhead press or something, right? Just something simple. But this is not the same as squat every day where people are working up to a daily max. And I would like to just make the point then that you can do a lot of daily squatting. And I don't want to say, like, obviously there's something like junk volume at some point, right? There's some point where you're doing so much it cuts into your recovery. But like, I never do enough that I'm ever sore. So I assume then, and I'm sure like on some cellular level you have to recover from it, sure. But I'm never at a point where my legs are sore, so that when I do my heavy squat day, it's not like my legs are tanked. You know what I mean? Like, you could do so many air squats that your legs are sore, and now when you go to do a heavy squat, you can't hit it. I think we've all done that at some point. We've probably all screwed up. We've probably all done that thing where we did so much volume that then whenever we came in and we were supposed to do, 80% for, 3 sets of 5, you were like, holy shit, this 80% feels like 100% because my legs are so fried. That never happens on my heavy day. So I move frequently. I squat frequently, but I'm not going heavy enough that I make myself sore or that I can't recover in 24 hours, okay? And so I think, as I've discussed in the past, squatting for your joint health and stuff like that, I think movement is really important. And, I'm not trying to set any records. I'm certainly not going to set any records. I mean, at 39, I realize now that I'm never going to hit the numbers that I used to hit. The numbers I hit back when I was 28, that was my peak. At 39, I would be stupid to chase those numbers. I would probably just get injured. But what I can do is I can stay healthy. And this is why, I'm going to throw this out there too, because I'm going to actually add something on here that has nothing to do with squatting. I remember listening to Louis Simmons talk about doing hundreds of reps of things like skull crushers or curls or whatever. And he was talking about how it helps your tendons, because tendons don't get very good blood flow. I think that's a great lesson. I think that's really important. If you have tendon issues, do a whole bunch of skull crushers and really lightweight. Even use a band. And suddenly your tendons feel better. Oh, you have bicep tendonitis? Just grab a band and just do 200 curls with a band. This isn't like you're building biceps. Be very specific here. We're not building bigger biceps or stronger biceps. You're literally just moving the muscle and pulling on the tendon and moving the joint to promote blood flow. And I believe that you can do the same thing with squatting. I think that you can do a whole bunch of really high rep squatting and just pump blood into your legs and into your joints and everything like that, and you will feel better. Calf raises. I probably do anywhere from 120 to 200 calf raises a day, just regular standing calf raises. I don't have big calves. I'm not loading them up. I don't have any weight. I'm just getting blood flow into my calves and into my Achilles tendon. I think of this stuff as just kind of like I said, movement is medicine, or there's some quote like motion is lotion or whatever. The more you move a joint around, the better it feels. That doesn't mean you have to load it heavy. This is why I'm a huge advocate of things like behind the neck presses. And I tell people, just grab a broomstick or something and just get your arms moving through that range of motion. You don't have to put 225 pounds on the bar and do behind the neck presses for singles. You can just take a broomstick and just get 50, 60 reps in, and you'll notice, oh, my shoulders do feel better. Don't move you into pain. Don't do things that cause pain. That's not the point of this. The point of this is just to get movement into a joint. So, anyways, that was very long-winded, but I wanted you guys to understand that you can use frequent movement to benefit yourself. And so, this is why I talk about the daily squatting thing, and I've shared it on IG repeatedly. I do a lot of squatting movements, but I do it because I feel better afterwards. This is not the same as squat every day where you go heavy every day. This is just daily movement. It's like if you go for a walk every day. You should go for a walk every day. It's good for you. You should move. You should use your body. This is basic physiology, by the way. You'll hear stupid people out there say things like, no, rest means that you're just laying horizontally. And it's like, well, basic physiology 101 says that you need to move things around and stimulate blood flow for things to heal. That's why broken ribs heal fast, by the way. Broken ribs heal fast because you can't immobilize it. So as you breathe, that rib continues moving and they heal fast. When you break your arm and we put it in a cast, it takes significantly longer for that to heal than it does for a broken rib to heal. So, same thing goes for tendonitis. Stop loading it. Okay, if you keep loading it, you're going to cause pain, you're going to cause deterioration, you're going to cause more stress. But if you just get it moving, blood flow. Blood flow is good. So, that's my explanation of it. and I recommend that people try it. If you have knee pain, especially arthritis, just find a movement that doesn't hurt, and then just do a whole bunch of reps, and you'll find that your arthritis pain subsides.